Hi, this is Mehdi,
Hey, this is Fran.
and this is Total Tactics Football. So, Fran, Arsenal win 3-0 today against the newcomers, Fulham.
Yeah, I mean, not exactly a surprise. I think Fulham came in and they were one of the teams from the championship that were promoted that I think were expected to not do so well. Of course, they were known for a rather leaky defense in the championship, and you know that when you step up to the Premier League, there's no room for error.
Yeah, you're definitely right. It fits perfectly in Arsenal's plan. They like when a team comes out and plays. Fulham would have probably tactically played differently, knowing that Arsenal really, they always try to target teams that want to come and approach them, and they play a fast counter, as we saw with their third goal. What is interesting is the performance of the center back in Gabriel. How did you think he played today?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, whenever a centre back scores on their debut signing, it's seen as a fantastic game. And I think one of the concerns coming in when he came in from Liga was that he was a very solid defensive centre back in terms of his athletic ability, his agility. But positionally, I did question whether or not he would be as disciplined as he was today. We did see a mistake early in the game, but he did correct it with the goal. But and in general, a solid performance where he sits in that kind of center back role, and he gets to kind of play as a second defensive line behind Holding and Tierney.
No, indeed, and I think that's what it is. It's like they trusted a player to, go out. They paid 27 million for him. It's a lot of money for a club that's obviously cash strapped, and he's repaying the manager's favor. And this is what you expect. You want a player to perform. You want him to have a long period of settling, and you want them to have an instant impact. And with the goal, that's just gonna build your confidence up. Another signing. Well, Arsenal got on free, but is Willian. He, for me, was quite interesting today because he played in the front three where usually you'd see Pepe play. He's the player we've Arsenal spent 72 million on, but Willian got the nod. I think what Willian brought was something different from Pepe was he likes to also play on the wing and centrally. Pepe sort of struggles when he gets to the byline too much, and there's too much gap between him and the goal. But Willian, who's very good on the ball and has very good, superb, link-up play, he thrives when he gets the chance to be on the ball. And Arsenal, you saw that with their third goal. He was incredible in switching the play from the right towards Aubameyang. He got into those danger spots. Even in the first one, he was there in front of the keeper. The deflection goes off and Lacazette scores. I think this might be something that Arsenal have found for free that they've been looking for in the market. They need creative players. They still need to go out and get a few more, but it's going to be very important if they are going to be playing against the sides that are like, deep. Players like Willian, with their experience, are going to provide a lot of help that is going to be vital if they are to get points, because the top six, top eight is very competitive this season. And Arsenal need players that can give them something different than what they have already.
No, I agree with that. And I think if you look at that sort of ball, I think if Arsenal sit deep and you try to transition quickly out of defense, you need someone who's able to kind of distribute the ball fast. And one of the things that Arsenal do struggle with when they play a low block is the ability to kind of transition the ball effectively to someone like Aubameyang, who would be able to counter. It's interesting, of course, we saw Elneny today. I think many people saw that Ceballos and Xhaka seem to be the established partnership. What do you think about his kind of inclusion today?
I think I'm very happy for Mohamed Elneny. I feel he's a player who's done really well in preseason. He's been written off by the fans. They've been said, like, he should be sold off. He has no place in Arsenal. But even this is what's strange is, though, that when he was at Arsenal before being under Wenger, he would regularly put out very solid performances. Nothing amazing, nothing spectacular, but just general solid performance. He would never be too, bad on the ball that he would give away goals. He wouldn't get cards. He was blamed to be passing sideways, but that sometimes applies on the manager and the way they want a player to be utilized. And I think Arsenal's not going to recoup a lot of money from Elneny. I mean, they only paid 5 million for him, but it will be vital because considering Arsenal at this moment only have Ceballos and Xhaka, considering Torreira is going to be sold and Guendouzi has sort of been frozen out, and then it offers that sort of competition to the team. It's going to keep people, a Ceballos or someone like, okay, if Elneny can get picked up for the game, he's like, I got to put up my performances. And this is very good. Like, this is something Arteta was talking about today in the press conference at the post-match, that You know, it's not just Pepe who needs to be watching out. Everyone on the bench and people at home need to be careful, because if everyone keeps performing good, Arteta's going to have to play them. There's no reason why he wouldn't play someone who's performed well. So the level of competition increases, and that is only good for Arsenal. So I think Mo has done really well. It's a solid performance. Very simple, very clean. He did his job, what he was asked to do. And that's going to keep Ceballos motivated. And I think that's just, in the end, overall, really good for Arsenal.
Absolutely. I think ultimately it comes down to the fact that you have a manager who has shown that he at least has the keys to winning. And I think the players at least buy into that. And it seems like obviously a lot more players that, you would not expect to play for Arsenal have been able to establish themselves at time, for example, Holding being a type of player like that. And it's interesting to see where Arteta will take the team going forwards. And obviously there are tougher matches ahead. So we'll look in with a keener eye to those matches too.
I think so. So thank you guys for staying with us, and we hope to catch you soon.